So despite this channel's name, I really do love and have a fascination with animals, and always have ever since I was a tiny useless bean, probably due to growing up in a multi-dog, also cat house that had a snake in it, who is de facto the best living hose creature on the planet, which I should probably do some future videos on. So what does a family do with a child that loves animals, especially exotic ones? Well, obviously to drown them in endless responsibility by caring for far too many animals. From the ages of like 4 to 17, I was basically a self contained zookeeper. Many hamsters and other nondescript fuzzballs, toads, lizards, crabs, salamanders, sometimes all at once. In fact, when I was 15, I at one point had one hamster with anger issues, a mouse, a gerbil that was sent from heaven, 6 toads that would only occasionally keep me up at night, 2 salamanders, and a tank of 5 lizards. So if there's any of my friends from high school watching this, that is why I couldn't hang out all the time. I have no time to play Minecraft with the boys. There are genuine lives at stake here. So this story focuses on a communal anole tank. It was comprised of 1 male and 3 females in the hopes that I can get some eggs, because I just seemed like a cool goal to have when you keep in a bunch of lizards. You get an egg. And everything was kind of nice and chill in there. Everyone kind of knew their place and their spots and knew the order everyone got food. Fights were occasional, of course, but they never really got serious. It was more like, meh, I'm sitting on this vine, you can't have it. Oh, okay, I'll sit over here then. You know, that kind of stuff. Then, as a gift, my grandmother got me yet another anole for the tank, and I knew that this would cause a bit of drama, but I figured it would sort itself out and everything would go back to peaceful in the land of the lizards. But this poor newcomer to the kingdom was completely rejected by everything. When it came to feeding time, whenever the new one was getting ready to pounce on a good cricket, the others would immediately go, nip at its side, steal the cricket. Super rude. And I figured, hey, maybe this will just sort itself out in a few days. Last to come in, last to eat. I guess that makes sense to me. But it never actually stopped, and it got so bad that the girl just stopped eating entirely and showing any interest in food. So this obviously won't do, I thought. So I bought an entire separate tank all to herself so she can live in peace, basically giving the poor bullied kid a mansion all to themselves. What a hero I thought I was. I dropped her in, dropped a few crickets in since she was probably starving. Day done. Good show. Alright guys, time for your misting. It was at this moment he realized he messed up. Turns out a few days of psychological and physical abuse turned this once innocent little child into Ed freaking Gein, because she wouldn't eat the entire cricket. She would save half of it, or at the very least a leg, and use those cricket guts to, well, glue them to the walls of her tank like hunting trophies. After every month, the tank would literally be covered in half-eaten cricket corpses just hanging off the walls. Now, she still had a little bit of an eating disorder, I think, because she would never actually act interested in the food, and even if I was the only one around. So I never actually got to see her do her dark deeds of decor, and some of the corpses were pretty high up on the walls, so I can only assume that she would have to use some kind of telekinetic powers to do this. Also, during tank cleaning day, she was definitely the most bitey one. So, yeah, this animal was, in fact, a terrible person. Hey, he said the thing!